Hello everyone, welcome to the another video on Helm in practice with example. In this video, I want to introduce you to built-in objects that Helm provides. In the previous video, we just scratched the surface of a value object, but there are so many more built-in objects that Helm has. So when we create a Helm object or when we are using the Helm engine uses these built-in objects. Like there are objects like release object, then there is a chart object, then there is a file object, then there is a capability objects, there is a template objects, and there is also one value objects. So these are all different kind of objects that Helm has, and we can use these objects throughout the creation of the Helm template. With the command helm create Helm built-in objects, I have created one Helm chart. From that chart, I have deleted all objects from the templates, and also I have cleanups the chart.yaml and values.yaml. I also have cleared. Then I created one object, one YAML file, config.yaml, and this is the simple config.yaml file with a name, built-in object configmap, and one value. So this is the simple Helm chart I have created. We will introduce few more command now. So one of them is helm template and the chart location. So this is built-in objects. So if I do like this, it will tell me all the charts that it is going to, all the Kubernetes object that it is going to generate. For example, in this case, we just have one template, right? And it is generating one Kubernetes object, and that is a config map. So it is showing me that okay, after the transformation, it is going to generate these object. There is another command similar to this one. It is called the helm install. I can give the name helm build object and location of the chart, and I can say dry run. So this is also one command that I can use to check whether my chart created is correct or not. So here also it is telling me okay, this is a valid chart and it doesn't have any problem, and it will generate this chart. For example, if I give something like this and it try to generate, then it will give me one more chart. I did not save it. Okay, sorry about that. So it is trying to generate and it is telling me that okay, this object is having a problem because the object name is kind is not correct. So dry run is something that tells you that whether the chart is valid or not. Now let us check about different objects of the Kubernetes. So one of the object is a release object, okay, and inside the flower bracket, this is dot is a root object, and I can say release. So it will give me a release object, all the sub objects that release object has. I can use the command dry run to check it. So now if you look at it, I have got a release object, and release object is of the type map, and it has got these many key value pair. One is a install true, then is install, then is upgrade, then the name of the chart, that is a Helm built-in object, then the namespace that we have used. So this is the default namespace it is using. Then which is the revision version, when we install what would be the revision version, and then which is the service. I also can get a sub objects with the help of release name. I can use, because this is the map, right, and it has got a name. So I can say dot release dot name, correct. Again I can use another object like release and then namespace, and I can get the namespace again. So release dot namespace, right, I can use this. And similarly I can get the detail of other objects as well. So here let me give you the namespace again. So with the name, again with a namespace or with a short form -n, I can give the -n, I can give the namespace. I can say build object helm demo. Okay, I can give you something like this, and if I try to deploy it, now I can get the release name. What is the release name that I have given? The name of the release that I have given is helm built-in object. This is the release name, right? So helm built-in object is the release name. And what is the release namespace? This is the namespace that I have provided. So it is also giving me the namespace again. Then I also can get the service name and other object as well. For example, if I want to get the is installed, so I can say I can get release, I can get this value from here, is install and is install. Sometimes I think maybe it may give some error. Let us see whether it is giving error or not. Okay, it did not give the error. That is good thing. Okay, so I can get the is install release, whatever the value that this object has, we can fetch these values. So I can fetch the other value as well, is upgrade, and this also I should be able to fetch. So all the values I should be able to fetch. I think the typo was there. Okay, so I can get all this value. So this is how I can fetch all the values inside the release object. So I added all the objects, namespace, is install, is upgrade, is revision, and not is revision but the revision and the service. All this I created, and now I am just trying to run it. So when I run it, I get all the object detail. I get the object, whole object, release object with just dot release and name, and sub objects I can get with a dot and then the name of that object, key name, right? So this is how I can get all the details. So this is all about the release object. So behind the scene I just have renamed this object to configmap release.yaml and just have rename this. So this is how we can create. So what we will do is we will create one more object and we will try to explore another object, and that is the chart object. So I will give the name, rename to chart, and similarly this is the okay, and this is my chart object. Okay, and I should be able to get the details of the chart and chart, there is a chart dot name. Okay, so I can get the detail of the chart name. Chart details are fetched from chart.yaml. So here the name is this, then I can get the type of the chart. So chart name, then chart type. So I say type, then if I try to run it, I should be able to get the detail of the chart type. The chart type is an application, right? I also can get the description, version and API version. So you can go ahead and then description, and description. I think I should not misspell that. I think we have to use the name starting with a capital. So I get the description here, and then I can get a chart version as well, and I can get the chart API version as well. So I can get a chart version here, and chart API version as well. API version. I can get these details as well. Let us try to run that, try to fetch that. So whatever the detail was available on the chart, we are able to fetch with the help of the chart, right? So this is how we can fetch the detail of the chart. There is another object that is called the template. So let us create a one more template here. I'll rename it to template, and here this is the template. So here I'll give the name template, and I can get the template name, and it also provides you one more property that is called the base path. So I can get template base path. And let me check what is the syntax of that one. So here the syntax is template name and template base path. So I can go back and change it to template base path properly, and I should be able to get the base path details as well. So let us run this and see how it is trying to okay, not chart, but template base path. So now I have got a config chart, a chart object, then release object, and then I have got a template object, right? Template object. Here if you look at it, the template name is what? This is the CM template.yaml, right? So template name is this CM template, and it is also giving you the path of the template again. And what is the base path? This is helm built-in object and template. Helm built-in object, then template. So this is how I can get the detail about the templates. There is another very important object called the value object. So what we will do is we will fetch some values from some other place. Let me try to add all these values here. Okay, I just added some values here. Let me clean this, and what I will do is I will create one more template, and here rename to configmap values. So values, and I should be able to value object, and I should be able to fetch all the values, values. If I run like this, I should be able to get all the values inside. So if I run it, if you look at it, value object, it has given me the map. So map, if you look at the value object, it has got a my value. So I should be able to have the my value right somewhere here. So my value, this is the my value, right? Then similar to that one, there is another value that is called the replica count. So here I have got a replica count. So this is also part of the key value pair of this map, right? Then there is a app. App is a kind of another object, right? App is another object, and which has a three key value pair. So it has got a image name, then image tag, and the name. These are three key value pair of a map, right? Similar to that there is a service object. So service object is also a type of a map, and it has got a two key value pair, that is container port and the target port. So I can get that. Again, like the other objects, I should be able to get the sub objects as well. So values dot, let's say, image name. If I want to get the image name, this is the value, this is top level object, right? This is a map. Then it is inside, there is a app object, right? So there is a app object inside, and inside the app object I have got a image name. So image name. Similarly, I should be able to get the some other object, let's say the service object, right? So service, I can say service, and I want to get, let's say, container port, right? Target port. So I can say like this, and I should be able to fetch the value object again. So here if you look at it, I am able to get image name, that is a cup of Java tag, and similarly I was also able to get the service object, service target port again. So this is how you can use a different built-in objects. There are more built-in objects available for us to use, and those are capability objects and the file objects. In some other video I will discuss separately about the file object, because there are some more functionality available with the file objects and the capability objects. So what are the capability this particular Helm provides? So these details you can get it like Helm version, Kubernetes minor version, Kubernetes major version, API version, that capability of API version is set of version. So all those things are related to the Helm capability, and that also we can get with the help of the capability objects. Then we discuss about the release object, then we discuss about the values object, then we also discuss about the chart objects. Subchart objects is like subchart, because for that one I may have to create the subchart, but similar to the one that we have done for the charts, we should be able to get the detail of the subcharts again. Then the files object we will discuss in a separate video, the capability object and template objects. So these are all the objects that, these are the built-in object that Helm provides. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching this video.